I am 81 years old. And I am standing on a road I once paid for, holding a bag that my son packed for me, looking at a house that used to have my name on it. It was raining that evening. My son stood at the door and said, "You need to leave now, Dad." The house I built with 30 years of savings. The house where I raised him. I stood there in the rain for a long time. I didn't know where to go. I was 81 years old and I had nowhere to go. My name is Howard. I worked as a mechanic for 38 years. Every single dollar I earned, I saved. I didn't take vacations. I didn't buy new cars. I wore the same coat for 11 winters because I was saving for my son. For Daniel was 43. He had recently lost his job. He came to me and said he needed help. He needed somewhere stable to live while he got back on his feet. Of course I said yes. He was my son. I signed the house over to his name so he could use it as collateral for a business loan. His idea. His plan. I trusted him completely. Then a woman came. Her name was Cynthia. I am not going to say she was a bad person. But things changed when she arrived. First it was small things. My chair moved. My photos taken off the wall. My things pushed into one corner of the house. Then Daniel came to me one evening and said, "Dad, Cynthia and I need the space. Maybe you should think about moving somewhere smaller." I had no income left. My savings were gone. I had given most of them to Daniel over the years when he needed help. The house was in his name. I told Daniel I had nowhere to go. He looked at me and said, "I'm sure you'll figure something out, Dad." 3 weeks later, he gave me a bag with my clothes and asked me to leave by Friday. I walked out that Friday evening with one bag. I stood on the road outside. The same road I had walked up 1,000 times coming home from work. The same trees I had planted when Daniel was a boy. I had $200 in my pocket. I walked to a payphone. I didn't even have a working phone anymore, and I called my sister who lives 2 towns over. She was 74. She had a small apartment. She was the only person I could think to call. She was crying before I even finished the sentence. I stayed on her couch for 4 months. An 81-year-old man on his 74-year-old sister's couch. That was my life now. Daniel never called. I am not telling you this story because I want sympathy. I have had a long time to sit with what happened and I want to tell you what I have learned. First, never sign your assets to anyone. Not your children. Not your spouse. Not anyone. Until you are gone. Because once your name is off that paper, you have no power and no protection. I learned that lesson too late. Second, I want to speak to anyone who has an elderly parent right now. Your father. Your mother. Someone who gave everything they had so that you could have more than they did. Look at how you are treating them. Because one day you will be old too. And the world will treat you exactly the way you treated the people who loved you first. And Daniel, if you ever see this, I forgive you. I just hope one day you understand what you did.